Boy, what a really busy news week. We had Brad Wall resigning as the Premier of Saskatchewan. We had that anti-pipeline news conference in British Columbia. But the story this week that seemed to generate the most interest was the scandal involving the UCP, United Conservative Party, MLA Derek Fildebrandt. Of course, he was renting out his government-paid-for apartment on Airbnb. Now, Fildebrandt, like any out-of-town MLA, is allowed to charge up to $23,160 a year in a living allowance to pay for his accommodation while he's here. Now, he had claimed that full amount, but he was also renting out his apartment on Airbnb, and he made about $2,500 that he kept for himself. When the story broke, he said he did nothing wrong, but the outrage was so intense that he was forced then to say he would give the money to the provincial debt. He apologized, sort of, by saying that he was sorry people had the wrong impression. He still thinks he did nothing wrong, but he apologized and giving the money to the government to help pay down the debt. And now he's disappeared in a sense. He has taken vacation and he's taking a leave of absence for a while as a finance critic for the UCP until, I imagine, the fall, until the leadership race perhaps is over for the UCP. Now, there's two issues here. One, of course, is what Fildebrandt did was wrong. I think he's sort of admitting that. But also a bigger issue is that all the MLAs out of town can claim up to $23,160 a year, and a lot of them do. And the thing is, there's no real oversight. They don't have to give any receipts to prove what they're actually paying each month in expenses, and there's no audit system. So now you've got MLAs like Greg Clark, the leader of the Alberta Party, saying it's time to review the rules, maybe tighten them up. And he says maybe it's even time to write things so specific as, if you're living in a government-paid-for apartment, you can't rent it out on Airbnb. He said it'd be really sad to have to write these things into the rules, those specific things, but he said maybe it's time to do that. I'm Graham Thomson with the Edmonton Journal.